Hello students, welcome back to this online teaching platform, Divine Public School, Monapur, Gorakhpur. Today we are going to study class 12 subject English, book Flamingo, chapter 1, the last lesson. The last lesson written by Alphonse Daudet. Let's know about the author Alphonse Daudet. Alphonse Daudet was born on May 13, 1840, Nimes, France, and died on December 16, 1897, Paris, aged 57. Was a French short story writer and novelist, now remembered chiefly as the author of sentimental tales of provincial life in the south of France. Now, dear students, just I want to tell you about the first book of his poems, Les Amoureuses, that was published in 1858. When the Franco-Prussian War began in 1870, Daudet enlisted in the army. He continued writing throughout this time, publishing books such as Letters from My Mill in 1869 and The Nabob in 1877, as well plays, including The Last Idol in 1862, his novel Fremont the Younger and Wrestler the Elder in 1874 won an award from the French Academy, and as a result, Daudet became an established fixture in the Paris literary scene. Now, let's know the characters of this story. Franz, a small boy, Mr. Hamel, the French teacher, Old Hauser, a villager who brings primer to classroom. The next character is Watcher, a blacksmith who tells Franz not to go fast to school. Prussian soldiers. Prussian soldiers mentioned in the background. The last lesson, a short story set in the backdrop of Franco-Prussian War, is narrated from the perspective of a little boy named Franz. The story deals with the occupation of Alsace-Lorraine in the year 1870, when Bismarck's army stormed the area and held it under the Prussian control right until World War I. The story provides us a brief yet memorable glimpses of how one's language is rooted to one's identity and what happens when there's an attempt to slowly sever the tie between a people and its language by a powerful enemy. It also highlights how language comes to the surface in times of crisis when one's identity is most threatened. The last lesson is a great reminder of how we cannot take our language for granted and how important it is to love and learn one's language in order to protect one's individual and collective identity. Now, students, we will do summary and its analysis. The narrator of the story, a little boy, rushes to school one morning. He is especially anxious on this day as he expects his stern teacher, Mr. Hamel, to question him and the rest of the pupil on participles. The narrator knows nothing about participles as he has not learned the lesson. The narrator contemplates skipping school altogether and spending the day outside. The weather is warm and bright, and birds are chirping. He sees Prussian soldiers doing their drills in an open field. The beautiful day tempts him, but the narrator resists the urge to skip school and hurries onwards. As he passes the town hall, the narrator sees a crowd gathered around the bulletin board. Over the previous 2 years, all of the town's bad news about battles lost. The draft orders of the commanding officer has been posted there, and now the narrator wonders what the matter is. As the narrator hurries past the crowd, the town's blacksmith watcher calls out to him, referring to him as Bub, and tells him not to go so fast since he will make it to school in plenty of time. The narrator thinks the blacksmith is making fun of him. Having been in such a rush, the narrator arrives at school out of breath. He is surprised to note that the school is uncharacteristically quiet. Usually, usually at the beginning of the day, there is a great noise. One can hear desks opening and closing, lessons being repeated, and the teacher's ruler rapping against the table. But on this morning, the school is early, quiet, and still. The narrator had hoped that he could sneak to his desk unseen in the midst of the commotion. Through a window, the narrator sees his classmates already seated and his teacher, Mr. Hamel, walking up and down with his ruler under his arm. The narrator, terrified and blushing, is forced to open the door and enter the classroom in front of everyone. The atmosphere of the classroom today is strange. There is a solemnness in the air. Not only that, but Franz is most surprised to see village people assembled on the benches at the back of the room, including old man Hauser, the former mayor, and the former postmaster of the town. Everyone looks gloomy. Old Hauser eats with an open primer on his knees. Mr. Hamel mounts his chair and speaking gravely and gently announces to the gathered crowd that this will be the last lesson he will preside over. An order has arrived from Berlin, seat of the region's Prussian occupiers, that from the next day onward, only German will be taught in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. A new school master will arrive tomorrow. Mr. Hamel further instructs the crowd that he wants them to be very attentive as this will be their last French lesson. These words come as a shock to the little Franz, who realizes that the villagers he had seen by the bulletin board outside the town hall had gathered to read the order that had just been posted there. Mr. Hamel's words also come as a shock to the Franz because he suddenly realizes how little he knows of the French language. He barely knows how to write in French, and he is devastated that he must stop learning. He is suddenly remorseful over wasting so much time playing outdoors rather than studying. He is even sorry to think that the stern Mr. Hamel, his teacher, means French teacher, whom he fears is living forever. Franz realizes that Mr. Hamel has on his best clothes in honor of this last lesson that he is giving, and that this is also why the villagers have gathered in the room to show their appreciation for the school that they themselves had neglected as children, and to honor Mr. Amel's 40 years of service as teacher as well, to show respect for their country now occupied by foreigners. Mr. Hamel calls Franz to recite the rule for the participle, which of course he has neglected to learn. More than ever, he is ashamed that he has not learned his lessons. He stands up to recite but stumbles on the first words. Mr. Hamel continues by saying that the children's parents have not been anxious to have them learn, sending them out to work. Instead, Mr. Hamel also reproaches himself taking responsibility for those times he had encouraged his student to procrastinate because he himself wanted to do other things. The teacher then proceeds to the French grammar lesson, reading from a book to the students. Franz understands everything, Mr. Hamel says with extraordinary clarity. He thinks that he has never listened so carefully to the teacher before, and that the teacher himself has never explained things so clearly and with so much patience. Now, my dear students, let's know about the culture and language. It means that we must know about the themes of this beautiful story, and the points are given related to the themes are culture and language, patriotism and resistance, education and knowledge, community and solidarity. Solidarity. Here, first of all, we will know culture and language. Set against the backdrop of the Franco-Prussian War of 1870 to 71, which saw the defeat of France at the hands of Prussia. Okay, then consisting of Germany, Poland, and parts of Austria. Daudet's last lesson explores the effect of culture subjugation in a time of war. Through the character of Mr. Hamel, it means we are talking about the patriotism and resistance. Through the character of Mr. Hamel, the reader is presented with a figure of resistance who fights his subjugation not by deploying arms but by deploying patriotic pride. In this way, the story suggests the importance of affirming one's nation identity in the face of foreign oppression. The next point is that education and knowledge. Franz, the little schoolboy who narrates Daudet's last lesson, is rather negligent pupil. That is, negligent pupil. Franz learns the true value of his education when he realizes that school teachers school teaches him more than just proper grammar. It teaches him about to be a committed French citizen. Now, coming to the last point, community and solidarity. People of Alsace and Lorraine cast aside their hierarchies and divisions, come together as equal and comrades united in their resistance to a foreign advisory, one that threatens their way of life and identity. Now, my dear students, it was all about the last lesson that was written by Alphonse Daudet. So I hope that you will benefit by watching this video and listening this audio. Thank you and have a nice day.